What did I tell everyone? I said a couple days ago that we were going to start hearing some absolutely insane stuff about 2024 LEGO Star Wars, and what I talk about in this video will certainly blow your socks off, so let's get into it. So welcome back everyone to another video, and just like I said a couple days ago in that final kind of recap for the 2024 LEGO Star Wars leaks that we knew at that time, I said I wanted to make that video to kind of give you guys one final update before kind of a pretty big push here in the next couple weeks where a lot of new stuff should be coming out, including what I talk about in today's video. So a little preface for kind of this entire kind of video here and kind of my hype around it was, all of 2023, I feel like we had a consistent amount of like hype every single time. We had stuff coming out from Mandalorian Season 3, pretty hype May 4th this year. And then also leading into the summer, we had stuff like the gunship, the 332nd Battle Pack, we had the UCS Venator, we had a bunch of clones, and 2023 was a very hyped up year for, kind of keeping up with the leaks, I feel. And then moving into 2024, which, when that kind of first initial drop of leaks and rumors came out at the end of July, I gotta be honest with you guys, it was a little kind of lackluster. There are definitely some highlights, like the Clone Battle Pack coming out next year. We have stuff like the Midi-Scale, which is always nice to, return and get more of. But I feel like for the most part, nothing really too crazy going on. And another thing that kind of, got to me a little bit was the fact we already know what the 2024 May 4th UCS set will be. The TIE Interceptor, that was definitely one of those things where, sure, I've been, in the LEGO community, let alone on YouTube for 10, 15 years now. And I've always been one to kind of keep up with the leaks and rumors. It doesn't really bother me too much knowing what comes out, months in advance. But something like that, where it was like 10 months in advance, I'm like, damn, okay, there's one big thing, one heavy hitter that's like already kind of ruined it for us, 10 months in advance. And then another thing I talked about, okay, because next year in 2024, it is the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace, then also the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars itself, the theme of LEGO Star Wars. And I made a video, early August, pretty much talking about, do I think they'll actually do anything, interesting for next year involving either of those anniversaries? And I was under the assumption, and kind of just, my, real kind of raw opinions before I heard anything from anyone, was they weren't going to do pretty much, nothing. Aside for the fact they have that visual dictionary coming out, I thought they were pretty much going to do nothing. But then later that week, someone very important in the LEGO Star Wars community pretty much just straight up said, you're kind of wrong on that. LEGO's got some big plans. And now over the past week, I've heard more and more, and now it's kind of coming out publicly. People are talking about it more. Basically what they have big planned for at least the first half of 2024. And that's what we're talking about today, guys. So with all that being said, let's start the LEGO Star Wars 2024 hype train. So if you guys have been collecting LEGO for a couple years now, you guys probably would know back in 2019 for the 20th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, LEGO actually came out with a pretty decent little wave, celebrating that. It was all, remakes of classic sets. They actually had the 20th anniversary box art, a special logo, a little bit of a silver strip. And the main kind of thing about those sets that made them like extra special where they actually included, not in the set itself, like the Slave 1 still came with the regular minifigures for the Slave 1, of course, but then next to it, okay, on all these sets that were kind of just thrown in there as a little, exclusive kind of collectible, they did remakes of classic minifigures in the original, yellow skin tone, and they had the 20th anniversary logo on the back of the minifigure. So that was a really cool thing they did. It definitely was kind of a first of its kind, and it looks like they're actually doing something very similar in 2024. So this comes out, throughout the week, and this basically says right here, we will be getting anywhere from about 5 to 7 to 10 of them, because these actually can trickle into the summer of 2024 apparently. Looking like these minifigures will pretty much be characters that just really don't fit into any other LEGO Star Wars set that like makes sense as a kind of wide release. These are kind of characters that, are say 5, 10, 15 years overdue, that it looks like, LEGO is just not confident in making any set that makes sense of putting these minifigures in. So we have a couple ones right here that are basically, heavily rumored, very close to pretty much being confirmed, coming from reliable sources. The first one being a Fives minifigure. It is not said whether or not it will be, phase 1 or, ARC Trooper phase 2. It's not exactly said yet, but I'm willing to bet it will be, ARC Trooper, phase 2 stylized, predominantly because, that is what they've been doing a lot more lately of, is, phase 2, they can just reuse the exact same helmet mold and just make, the proper fives, print on there. And another reason as well is, as much as a lot of people are kind of, coming to agree with and be fine with Lego mixing realistic and animation style clones together, fives, we never actually saw in realistic armor. So, if they were to make a Phase 1 fives, all right, which we only saw in animated armor, Lego would just be taking an Attack of the Clones helmet and printing, fives, print on there, which I think a lot of us can agree that just won't make too much sense and really would not look good. And again, ARC Trooper 5s, Phase 2 oriented 5s, we have seen a lot more of, a lot more recognizable to the average fan. And this guy right here is coming in the boarding diorama. So again, these are minifigures that are put off to the side of the set, okay? They're included in the box. Every single boarding diorama will include one. It's not like it's a mystery thing or a randomized thing. So you guys will still get the actual Darth Vader, the 2 Stormtroopers, the 2 Rebel Fleet Troopers, the entire actual build, and then just within your box you will get a 5s minifigure. And from what I know and what is going around, these will not actually have any anniversary logos on the back of it, which I'm excited for. Back in 2019, those characters, it really didn't matter too much. They were remakes of classics, so to kind of keep them different and make sure that they are the 2019 version, putting the logo on the back really didn't hurt them too much. But coming out with some of these minifigures now that are very sought after, very needed, putting a logo on there would definitely ruin them. So I'm editing this video right now, and actually I did just get confirmation it will be ARC Trooper 5s. But I hate to do this right now. We're still 5-6 months away. I hate to start this already, but I think you guys know where I'm going with this. And I didn't even realize this until this clip. Guess what ARC Trooper 5s will probably be missing? Do I even want to say it? Do I even want to say it? Cloth waist cape. No, man. 5s is going to have a printed waist cape probably in 2024 in this set. So moving on to the second minifigure here that has had some kind of conflicting reports over the past couple of days, but now we do know, at least for this set in specific, as always, this other character could be showing up later in the year possibly, but basically it was, kind of said that there was going to be a Darth REVAN minifigure next year. We heard that from a couple people, okay, that was kind of making its way around the internet. We weren't sure, of course, whether it was going to be like light side REVAN, dark side REVAN, whatever, but baseline of it now, we're understanding that instead of Darth REVAN for the moment, we were actually thinking Darth Malak. So at the end of the day, look, me personally, I'm not the biggest Old Republic fan. I've seen the cinematic trailers, I've never played the games, I've looked at a little bit of the lore, but under my assumption, I would think, again, correct me if I'm wrong down below, I think Darth REVAN is a little bit more notable and relevant than Darth Malak. Am I wrong on that? I'm not too sure, but of course, the average Lego Star Wars fan, you would assume that, Darth REVAN would be more relevant because of the Polybag. So, and, I'm not going to beat around the bush, and, there's no reason of lying to you guys, but I'm a little bit more on the happier side that it's Darth Malak instead of Darth REVAN. Of course, I've got a couple 2014 REVANs that I've had since, May 4th, 2014, sitting in a little plastic container. So, again, value isn't everything to me. Just, for me personally, though, it is nice knowing that I've got, say $500 in Polybags in that bin compared to 100, Again, it's not going to make or break my collection. I've kept them for 10 years. I'm going to keep them for another 40 years, no matter what the value is. But at the end of the day, it does look like Malak is coming. But it is a little bit more of an interesting take, I feel. I feel like, again, you don't hear much about Darth Malak. Nothing really about the Old Republic lately. But this minifigure is, said to be coming in the R2-D2 set for $100. The buildable version, which more and more it's looking like that will literally just be an R2-D2. Like, it will not be anything to do with C-3PO. Like I've kind of heard in the past, it looks like it will be, strictly just an R2-D2 buildable figure with a Darth Malak as the 25th anniversary minifigure in there. Right before I went to upload this video, there was actually another piece of information regarding a mystery Lego Star Wars 2024 set that has been, just an unknown set number for the past couple weeks now. We actually now know, which this is very, very hype right here. Okay, set number 75377, which I initially thought could have been maybe a spoiler set for Ahsoka or Mando, is actually going to turn out to be another Midi-Scale set And this is unbelievable, guys. It's actually the invisible hand. So very incredible here. This is going to be $50, which is first off, just a great deal. You know, just a nice price point for $50. Get it 20% off at, you know, Walmart for $40. I mean, $40 is great. 557 pieces, and actually there's a little bit more of information here. This is coming from Max Boutday, you know, very kind of credible guy. Comes out with quite a lot of things. He says right here, 30 centimeters long. I don't know how long that is in inches, but you know, probably the same length. I don't know. I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark right here, and let me think. Centimeters are. I'm gonna say I don't know, dude, 7 inches. I don't know, 6 inches. I'm gonna say 6 inches here, but you guys can do the other equation there. With stand, nameplate, and a Lego Star Wars 25th anniversary brick, which is big. Okay, that's big. I like that. I love when Lego does stuff like that. Front half can be separated from the rear. Small hanger for Jedi Starfighter. So that is it for this video. Hopefully nothing else too crazy comes out. If so, there'll be a video tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, guys, crazy stuff coming out. Crazy stuff. I'm glad I made that update video because there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about over these next couple weeks. And this is only the beginning. Again, there's still going to be more anniversary minifigures. There's still going to be more unknown set numbers right now that still get you know, actual sets, you know, acquired to them, and we'll start going from there. So, all right. So with that being said, leave your thoughts down below on this invisible hand. How happy are you guys for this? This is a day one pickup, full price Jones, if I've ever seen one. All right, guys. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and definitely leave your thoughts down below. What do you guys think about this? Again, we don't know everything yet. There's definitely going to be way more stuff that gets, you know, kind of confirmed and rumored over the next couple weeks. So definitely stay tuned to the channel for that. But bottom line of it, leave your comments down below. Who else would you want to see for the 25th anniversary kind of minifigure run they're doing? Like I said, some of this could get, you know, transferred over to the summer wave still. So it's looking more and more likely like we will be seeing, you know, 5, 6, 7 minifigures possibly next year. So we know a couple right now, more to come. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys, and stay safe.